One of the danger spots in any college football season. Ranked team against unranked opponent. And we'll see if the upset can shake up the rankings in this one. Welcome to Chapel Hill, North Carolina. Kenan Memorial Stadium, the home of the North Carolina Tar Heels. As we'll see a squad from the ACC, the Tennessee Volunteers, taking on the 9th-ranked team in the land, the North Carolina Tar Heels. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, can't wait to get this one started. The Tar Heels will put total leather to crank us up. He'll start the return inside his 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. So Tennessee's offense going to get the chance to start this game off. This wide receiver matchup is one that we've been waiting to see. You have two guys on either side, Jesse, who are really going to make the secondaries nervous.
Well, they should, because these guys can take the top off the defense. You've got two very dynamic individuals playing on each offense, and if I'm playing quarterback in this game for either team, I am going to take my shots and give my guy an opportunity, because both of these guys, David, have proven they can make circus-level catches.
I mean, when they're not open, they're open. I mean, they can make the dynamic catches, the contested catches. They have the speed. They are two of the best playmakers in all of the country. So whenever an offense has the football today, you're going to...
Intercepted in the first drive, in for the pick. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception.
This offense knew coming into this game it was not going to be easy throwing against this defense. They're at the top of virtually every major statistical category when it comes to pass D, and the quarterback just found out the hard way, throwing a pick on the opening drop.
And this offense has it with really good field position. From the gun, the ground game. Crosses the tag. The tackle is made, but he's got it first and goal from the 6. And the Tar Heels want to crank the tempo. Quick strike complete. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
Really good defense. You know, you're trying to stay as close as you can to all these targets, and most importantly, those open field tackles and getting them on the ground as soon as they catch it. That's a major...
He's going for the goal line. And he'll haul it in and take it to the end zone. Touchdown, Tar Heels. The offense did exactly what it needed to do, getting the ball in field position like that.
It's that killer mentality. You step on their throat, you keep your foot down. When you get opportunities like that, they are golden chances to put touchdowns on the board. The offense took care of business.
On the run from inside his own 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. So here is the Tennessee offense. Finding themselves down 7-0. They'd love to get a drive going here. They go to the ground. Breaks the tackle. Didn't get much done on that run. He'll fight his way out and maybe pick up a yard. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Back to pass. Fires to the wideout. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. A huge play, and they get it all the way to the 45-yard line. First down and 10. Just a short pass to the tight end. Just feeding his pads to the defense as he gets it to the 36. And the Vols can really attack on this 2nd and short. Finds a little space. Drag down, but they'll move the sticks for a first down.
Well, that's two very good decisions on that play by the quarterback, right? Number one, not to hand it off. That was the right look to throw into. And the second good decision was his guy was covered, so don't throw it. Just take off and get what you can get. You got to like the decision-making this guy is showing right now in this game.
This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain.
Yeah, these little touch passes, man, they're just the easiest completions ever for quarterbacks. Palmer, I bet you would have loved being able to just flip it forward. That counts as to your completion percentage, which is good. And then it's all run after the catch, so pretty easy for a QB.
You wouldn't have been the only All-American in this booth, David, if I were allowed to have push passes when I was playing quarterback. I'll tell you that. It is so hard to defend. It's so hard to seal that edge, especially when this guy's full speed ahead coming around the inside.
And the Volunteers trying to get a touchdown on 1st and goal. They'll go to the air. Touchdown, Tennessee! Grab the short pass to put the 6 on the board. The extra point here would tie the game.
One of the areas they really focused on with this receiver in the offseason was we need you to make more plays for us in the end zone. When we're taking shots, we need you to be able to step up and make tough catches. David, what a grab right there.
And I think a lot of that has to do with trusting your guy, knowing where he's going to be, knowing when he's going to sit down, when he's not, so being on the same page, and then having a guy that can go get him. Just when the ball is near him, he's going to make the play, just like he did right there for 6 points.
They'll run the RPO and pull it right. Let's take a minute and talk about North Carolina. If they seeded the playoff today, these guys are in, but we know they're not content with that. They want so much more, David.
They do, and this squad has been building and trying to get to the point where they can get to the playoff and be a national champion. And right now they're in the mix, which is really, really good halfway through the season. A lot of work still to be done, Palmer.
Yeah, this coaching staff really at this point is just trying to keep this team focused as a top 10 team halfway through the year. It's about attention to detail, and that's got to show up in this one today.
Now they're starting to feel it. They've got a 1st down at the 44. They've done a really good job identifying mismatches, and they find one out of the backfield there.
Reese, I really don't think it's that hard. My guy is better than yours. Find the matchup across the field. Running back's got some speed. Get it in his hands quickly. Throw it to him fast. Let him make somebody miss against a slower guy that's usually a linebacker.
Oh, he's got some space. Really good job by everybody there. Well blocked, good run, and a 1st down.
Wow. 4 plays on this drive by the offense. They already got 3 first downs. We knew they had a lot of playmakers coming into this game, and they're showing that right now. This defense is going to have to make a play at some point here and stop the bleeding.
He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the 1st down. Entertaining 1st quarter, and we are all locked up after one as we take a quick look at some stats. So 2nd down here as we're back at it after the break. Looking to fire. Makes the grab. Now the connection takes it to the 11.
And offensively, I love running these drag routes. I mean, these are the routes that, whether it's zone, whether it's man, they're so successful. It's just about seeing what the defense is doing and getting it to him in open space. Nice job. The wide receiver has some space after the catch, able to go make extra yards. Nice pitch and catch.
The Tar Heels have it with a 1st and 10. Out of the gun, the inside handoff, looking for a crease. And he moved it slightly forward. Defense played it well. Going to work in the red zone. They can't pick up the 1st down without getting it into the end zone. 2nd down, they'll go to the air. Let's it go to the end zone. Can't make the grab as he was going for 6 right there.
And it's a good job by this defense, man. You drop back, you play really smart, play sound. Understand, there's not a lot of field to cover, and they couldn't fit the ball in a window. Good pass defense.
He makes a grab. Into the end zone. Touchdown, UNC. The AT unit on the field. And the PAT gives them a 14-7 lead. So they put together a 9-play, 75-yard drive. They're ready to kick it away, and this crowd is buzzing after that last score. On the move from inside his 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. The Volunteer offense is back, and they hope it's touchdown time in Tennessee. They find themselves trailing by a touchdown and a chance on this drive to even the score. Oh, he drops the football. He had it right down the gut of the field. Instead, it'll be second down.
I think for the quarterback, he's going to have to be so good with his eyes in this game. You're going up against one of the best defenses in the country. You've got to look guys off, especially when you're trying to throw your primary target like he was on that last one.
Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. The give to the running back from the shotgun. They knock him down, but not before he gets it out to the 21-yard line. Pick up a 4. Offense breaks the huddle. It's 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. And they can't make the connection. The Vols decide to punt it away. They'll have to boot it away for the first time tonight. Gets the first one of the day out of there, and we saw a lot of him in that loss last week, 4 times to be exact. That nifty return sets up the offense and negates some of the yardage on the punt. North Carolina has it back, and the Tar Heels so pleased to send the offense back out. That last drive, an absolute aerial assault for the touchdown, Jesse.
And it was a nice job in play calling, too, David, just giving the quarterback some easy looks and reads so he could go out and execute.
And he knew exactly where to go with the football. Everything looked really, really easy. He was hot. The ball was coming out of his hands. The defense better do something different.
Well, they're trying to run the football there, just nowhere to go. They got dominated up front at the point of attack.
2nd down, they'll go to the air. Got his man on the right. They're ripping off chunks of yardage. They get it to the 33.
The defense needs to have a plan for this guy. They weren't ready for that one. Drag route, running all the way across the field. And the DB just can't stay with him because of his speed. And as a result, they give up a big one.
From the gun, they'll try the middle. And they'll stop him just short of the first down, just inches away from moving the sticks.
And that would be the definition of first down success. Putting yourself in a good position. It's 2nd and inches. I can do whatever I want next. I can take a shot down the field. I can run the football and get a new set of downs. Like, nice first down execution.
They'll go to work in the air on 2nd down. Quickly complete. And they wrap him. Not before he gets enough on the catch for the first down.
This offense is clicking, everything working together really well. Coordinator, quarterback, offensive line, good rhythm, good flow. Defense is going to have to find something to kind of mess up this timing they got going on.
Got some room into the goal line. Touchdown, North Carolina! And they take it in for 6 more points. Look, it's still early, but we have some real distance being put on the scoreboard right now.
You do. It's early, but you got to find something positive. Right now, everything going in the other direction. So how are you going to respond when you've been hit in the mouth early in this football game? Got to find something positive quick.
And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Fellas, while we have a moment, let's peek in on what's going on in a big one in the American. Temple is ahead right now in South Philly, but this game is a long way from being over. Better hold off on the run to Geno's for the time being. They're up by 4 over Tulane. We'll circle back. If anything big happens in this clash in the American, you should know about.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. Send the tight end in motion. They'll crank up this drive with the pass. Fires to the big fella. You'll take 4 yards on first down every time, 2nd and 6.
You know, I know it seems like an easy pitch and catch, but for the tight end there, that route potentially changes if it's man coverage. So good job by him knowing it's zone. I'm just going to sit down. This is basically like a check.
There he goes. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down.
There's got to be a sense of urgency for this offense right now. They're trailing. They're going to be kicking off to open the second half. So they need points. They need to go tempo. Maybe that last first down gets them a little bit of confidence.
It's 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. Quickly out to the tight end. Still on his feet at the 45. And this defense's head is spinning. He gets it down to the 27. The Volunteers getting set on 1st and 10. Just keeps swinging it. Under pressure, and down he goes at the 33.
Man, that is a big negative play for this defense, putting them in reverse, getting the quarterback on the ground, and they better get ready again. Look at this offense. They're right back on the ball, ready to snap it again.
Finds his tight end. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Ball spotted at the 27. They're facing a 3rd and long to try to keep their hopes of a touchdown alive. From the gun, wants to pass. He caught it. That's where they'll mark him down, but what a play there to pick up a first down.
You'll take him any way you can get him, man, especially in this area of the field. 3rd down, ball gets deflected, but they're able to make the catch, and now they've got beautiful field position, looking to score a touchdown to cap this drive off.
They'll keep it on the ground for 1st and goal. And he never had a chance, just stopped cold as soon as he got it. Timeout called by the offense, and now they just have 1 remaining in the half. Motion from the back. Looking downfield very late in the half. He gets it in. Touchdown, Volunteers.
And that was a really big score here at the end of the first half, just for their confidence and their momentum. They're obviously still losing right now on the scoreboard. You had the feeling something positive had to happen here at the end of the first half for them to go in at halftime, regroup, and come out in the second half now trying to build on that successful drive offensively.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. The North Carolina offense returns to the field. On that last drive, defense had no idea what was happening, run or pass, and it wound up in the end zone, Jesse.
Yeah, you saw the experience in this offense that last drive, too, on that touchdown. Everybody on the same page.
Lost one deep down the right side. And they won't make the connection, looking to make a big play there.
Well, the offense is doing their best to try and at least get into field goal range here at the end of the first half. So they take a vertical shot down the field, but give the defense credit. Lots of eyes back there on the quarterback. They're able to break on the ball and make sure that throw falls incomplete.
They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. Looking downfield on 1st down. Trying to burn this defensive back. The pass is incomplete, and there are 2 ticks remaining on the clock.
This is going to be a tough situation for the offense here. Late in the first half, they're trying to find a way to generate some points before going into the locker room, but the defense is ready for it. So the windows are not going to be very big, especially when you're trying to attack vertically like they did on that last one. Downfield completions are going to be tough to come by.
Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air. He'll take another shot here. Snags it on the right. Touchdown, Tar Heel. That's the way you finish a drive and put up points.
This offense offense looks like they're in a rhythm. Whatever they've been dialing up here in the first half, they've had a lot of success with. You saw it on that last drive here at the end of the second quarter. Scoring a touchdown, they're going to be difficult to stop in the second half, and the defense needs to start making adjustments.
First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update. And the Vols will kick it away to crank up the second half. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. North Carolina has it back, and the Tar Heels so pleased to send the offense back out. This offense has really been clicking in the game so far, Jesse.
No doubt. Everything their play caller is dialing up, these guys offensively have been able to go out and execute.
Yeah, and it's just maintaining the lead. Keep doing what you've been doing. You got a big lead. Let's just keep piling it on until they find an answer.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on first down, man, you are doing just that.
And the Tar Heels in a good spot here with second and short. Wants to go up top. He wants to go deep. And they can't hook up, going for the big play on second down. Now it's third down. The Tar Heels come to the line on third and short, hoping to keep the drive alive. The play action fake. Quickly to the tight end. So important to convert these third downs, and they get it done. They'll have it at the 42.
And it's on third downs like this, if you want to attack the middle of the field, you got to look for the tight end. Really nice route. Great job looking that football in. You can tell this quarterback really has a lot of confidence when he's in the pocket looking for the big fella, and they're able to hook up there.
After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. Back to pass. It's complete on the right side. And the defense able to drag him down, but not before. They'll recycle that down marker. And the Tar Heels are moving quickly down the field. They'll run it out of the shotgun. Looking for room at the 30. And this offense is feeling it as they rip off a big chunk of yardage, and they've got it on the 22. Not much can impose your will on a defense like popping a big run.
Especially when they know you're going to run it, right? This offense right now is just more physical. They're more physical up front in the trenches. And this running back and his ability to break tackles, that is just so demoralizing for this defense.
The Tar Heels just got that huge run. They love another explosive play. They make the stop, but you can't give up 4 yards a chunk on the ground down in this area of the field. It's at the 18.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the third quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical. They're trying to stay on the field.
They were able to get the ball to the running back in space, but that space just evaporated.
And a great job by the defense, man. It's tough to get those guys on the ground. They're so used to having the football as running backs and making plays and being dynamic. So usually one guy not going to get into the ground. You want many guys swarming to the football, trying to get that elusive guy on the ground.
No movement from the field goal unit. The offense is out there to try to keep this drive alive on 4th down.
I think that's a big advantage of having a tiny quarterback, right? Is he can find little creases to wedge his body into to pick up short yardage plays like that on the QB sneak on 4th down.
He's got it on the right. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
That's a great example of the defense there tackling the catch. As soon as the big fella caught the ball, down he went, not picking up the first.
2nd down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Tight end now in motion. Reads it, fires complete. And they'll get him down inside the 5, but this offense powering toward a score.
Well, a nice completion there, finding the tight end. And what's so beautiful about that is while they didn't get the first, they were able to pick up enough yards now to make the third down manageable. Really putting this offense in a good position.
Not a lot of ground to cover and not much to defend. A big third down in the red zone. They'll try to get it through the air. It falls incomplete. He was trying to find his man for 6.
Well, on 3rd and short and field goal range, they dial up the pass play. Quarterback was trying to get through his progressions. There was just simply nobody open. Couldn't make an accurate enough throw. The ball falls incomplete. Now setting up a big decision here on 4th down.
On 4th down, they're taking to the air. Fires to the end zone. Drop the football, and they'll turn it over on downs. A bold decision to go for it on 4th down, and one that did not pay off. They'll start this drive going to the air. Throws to the wideout. Complete in the middle. Gets it out to the 27-yard line, and they'll move the chains for a 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Inside a minute to go here in the 3rd. Now the play fake. He hurls one deep down the left side. And that's going to be incomplete. Going for broke on 2nd down. The 3rd down's coming up.
Yeah, taking the shot down the field. I love it. Offenses have to do that. A lot of times offenses get pretty conservative, but take deep shots down the field. Try to make those big plays. Trust your wide receivers and your big play guys to make those shots down the field.
Can't make the connection on 3rd down thanks to that tough, hard-nosed pass defense, and now it's 4th down. And the Volunteers will call on their punt team. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Everybody stays in their lanes well enough, and they stop him at the 31-yard line. The North Carolina offense returns to the field. They've got it back after that last drive stalled out, and they were stopped on 4th down, David.
Yeah, and they put a little bit of a drive together, but, Jesse, they stalled on the other side of the field, and they got to find a way to keep that momentum going as they get closer to the end zone.
I agree.
Breaks into the open. Defense caught out of position, and they get him down finally at the 38.
Man, we knew coming into this game just how explosive this offense could be, and a big part of that is their ability to throw the football. They've scored a ton of points, and it's because they can generate plays like that. When this quarterback sees the one-on-one matchup he wants, he is not afraid to pull the trigger, and he hits a big throw there.
Guys, we've reached the end of the period, and North Carolina's on top. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. Chance to mull things over, and let's see how they start the final period here on 2nd down. Out of the gun, they give to the back. And they didn't get it forward an inch. Defense wins the battle up front. It'll be 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. It's complete to the right. They finally get him on the ground, but he's got an explosive play for the 1st down. He just keeps piling up numbers with completion after completion in this standout performance.
And I think some people might say late in the game, you got the win, everything's in hand, be a little bit conservative, or you just say, I'm just going to keep doing me. And what I do with this offense is throw the football all over the yard, and I'm going to try to win me a big trophy at the end of the year.
Right on the money. They get him out of bounds right at the 5-yard line, and that one might have saved the touchdown.
Well, I tell you, man, this guy's been putting on a show all game long. We've seen his decision-making. We've seen his athleticism. Because of him, they've got this huge lead in the 4th quarter. So why stop throwing it? Just keep it going when the going's...
And he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, UNC! They extend this lead, and it looks as if they are going to make it 2 wins in a row. Follow the blocker. The offensive line will take you to the hallelujah land.
And I tell you what, most of the time, Reese, it requires a little bit of skill to find that hole and, you know, slither through a little crack. That was not a crack. That was wide open. Didn't take a lot of vision because the blocking was outstanding.
He's got the 2-point conversion, and they build on that lead.
And it's more common to throw for the 2-point conversion than it is to run anymore. So you practice these a lot. You can tell. Nice timing, nice rhythm, in sync, nice 2-point conversion.
And he takes this from inside the 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Tennessee ready to go to work the Big Orange offense on the field. They hope to be able to cash in on this drive, David, after having to punt it last time.
Yeah, and I think this offense needs to start it with the first play. You need to be successful in
turning it on. Touchdown balls! Excellent pass by the back on the option.
This option play puts so much stress on a defense because if the pitch guy ends up getting the football, there's usually only one defender left to make the tackle. If that guy doesn't get him down, he's gone. And that's what you just saw on that play.
He makes it in for the deuce, and now it's a 14-point game. It bounds through the back of the end zone. It'll be a touchback. North Carolina has it back, and the Tar Heels so pleased to send the offense back out. How about that last drive? Just carved him up in the air, David.
Yeah, and how about that quarterback? You gave him the ball, and he delivered the goods. Great job taking apart the defense, Jesse, on that last drive.
He really did, David. I mean, that was a masterclass in just reading coverage and being accurate.
And busting big runs like this, we always talk about the running backs, but it's the big boys up front paving their lanes, those receivers gluing on those DBs that make these plays really go for big yardage.
And how about those receivers? Not just the glamour of catching passes, but doing some dirty work, too.
No doubt. When they get on those guys in the second level and get on those DBs, that's when you break those big, long runs.
It's 1st and 10 for this offense from the 42. Fires to the tight end. And he's able to shed one tackle and pick up pretty good yardage. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. And the Tar Heels with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. The give and tick, 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 tick. They finally get to him, but what a play there to pick up the first down. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. The Tar Heels come to the line after ripping off that huge gain on the ground, trying to keep it going. He bullies his way all the way down to the 5-yard line. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Leaves it with the back. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, North Carolina! With that last score, things comfortable here in the 4th as they are headed to a 7-1 record.
Wow, this offense, they have a lot of faith in this running back. Knowing if they get down in this area of the field, he can get it done and he can answer the bell. 2 rushing touchdowns already for this offense.
And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Dynamite matchup this week in the American fellas. Let's show you what's going down. Temple is getting dominated today. And, you know, the folks in Philly deserve better than this. No excuse ever for this kind of a clunker. They're trailing by 17 to Tulane. Ought to be fun, fellas, to see how things play out in this notable matchup in the American.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. Gets it out quickly. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain. The Vols will hustle to the line.
Well, and here's the problem offensively. Because you're trailing by so much so late in the game, the defense now is going to be playing big zone coverages, and they're going to allow you to throw the ball underneath in the middle of the field, rally to make a tackle, and bleed the clock. It's going to be hard now for this offense to claw their way back in this one.
Nice job by the quarterback, seeing the receiver come open, getting him the football, making the first down, and they like to do this. When they make a first down, they want to go fast. They want to crank up the tempo.
Clock stops, and we've reached the 2-minute timeout. This offense looking for anything to cut into this big lead. What will they dial up on second and a long way to go? Wants to throw again. Quickly complete. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. Wants to throw on third down. A deep throw as the clock winds down. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch.
Well, at this point, you're still trying to throw stuff up against the blackboard and see if it sticks. You're down by a lot of points, so why not try it, right? And give the offense credit. You know, you're not just going to run the football. You're not just going to take a knee and go into the locker room with your tail between your legs. I like the fighting spirit, just not enough of that today.
Unloads quickly. He'll take it up to the 45-yard line. They stop him and knock him out of bounds. The Volunteers pounded the rock to move the sticks. Now back to work. Tight end in motion. See how the D reacts. To the air on first down. And he's all bottled up. And now it's worse. The ball's loose. Oh, the offense fortunate to fall on that one, and they'll live to fight another play. To the air on second down. He's taking a deep shot. And that one falls incomplete, trying to get a chunk play on that one.
Got to give this defense a lot of credit, because even down to the last seconds of this football game, we're seeing outstanding effort. QB taking a shot down the middle of the field. There's a defender swatting it away. They have had this quarterback's number all game long, and that's why they're winning this game.
Another incompletion on third down.
It's been tough for this QB in this one. Very small windows to throw into, and he's been under some duress as well. It's hard to find a rhythm as a QB in those types of situations, and that's why it appears as though his team's going to be leaving here with an L.
He's not going to make it, and what a big stop for this defense, and they might be able to put this thing away. The North Carolina offense returns to the field. This is quickly turning into a celebration, Jesse, as they've taken control of this game.
And they should feel good about how they've played. They knew they had to come in here, protect home turf. They've gone out, they've run it well, they've thrown it well, David. Really, it's so much that this coaching staff can be happy about.
Yeah, and now it's about stat padding, right? Like, you can just put up more numbers. You know this game's pretty good. Don't turn it over, don't make a mistake. But this game is well in.
Oh, he's got some space. Just making a play, getting it to the 23-yard line. It'll be first down.
Let's not overcomplicate things. My guy is better than all of your guys. No matter how I give it to him, I'm going to keep feeding. That's over 150 yards now. What a day for this wide receiver.
Hauls it in. He was working his way toward that goal line. They'll stop him at the 2 after the big play up top.
You know, it's interesting. At this point of the game, with the lead in the fourth quarter, the defense is expecting them to run the ball. And because they're putting so many guys close to the line of scrimmage, they're taking advantage, throwing it. 2 straight completions now back to back.
They'll move the wide receiver. Try to get the edge with a quick touch pass. And the defense sold out to stop the run, and they do here on first down. The option look. Quick toss. And this defense is defending its goal line. Back-to-back stops right in the shadow of their own goalpost. I guess they're just trying to build up the stats. Zings it complete to the right. Timeout is called with just 2 seconds left to go.
Timeout, North Carolina.
And here we go. Final play of the game right here. He's got the tight end. And that's how you finish it off. Scoring on the final play of the game doesn't affect the outcome. Just a little cherry on top of the sundae. This is what you're looking for when you have the better team. Go out and show it. Don't fool around with them. Go out and play to a standard of excellence.
Just dominate. You know you're going to take care of business. You know you're going to win. It's like how many? How many can I win by? And